Hi, good evening, everyone, and welcome to BestFit University session for studying abroad at one of the UK's and one of the world's leading universities, King's College London. Delighted to have Devishmeeta Bhaumik, Senior International Officer for King's College London, who's taken time off. I know it's a day off, so thank you, Devishmeeta, for that, and very excited to have you on board. I mean, many students who have a lot of questions. Encourage everyone to please watch the presentation and then post your questions in the Q&A. Format is Devishmeeta would give a brief presentation on all things about Kings. And we have a alumni who would join us in about 20 or 25 minutes. He can give his insight to prospective students about studying for a master's course. Last time we had a bachelor's student, so this time we chose a master's student. And what was his experience of admissions, of studying at King's, how it helped him in his career, and he's doing very successfully. And we can take that forward. And over to you, Devishmeeta. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ranveer, and welcome to each one of you who have taken this time to invest in your higher education ahead. I hope that I'm able to give you all the information that you require to get started, to even think through whether you want to go to the UK, study at King's College London, and of course, many things about the university. So thank you so much, Ranveer, for having me. And it's quite an opportunity. Though you would find me at different fairs and visiting schools, but I think I'm always kind of looking forward to these interactive sessions. So let's get started. If you have your mobile phones, you can capture this QR code. This is going to take you to the KCL website where you will see a form will come up. Now, the form does take like a couple of seconds to come up, so just wait there. Fill in that form. Why I'm recommending this? Because going forward, you are going to start receiving a lot of information about anything that we are going to do online. So whether be it any information session about your course or any taster lecture, any open day and event, anything about starting your personal statement, how to write one, any sort of training, workshop, sessions, everything, you will be notified in your inbox. So just scan this so that you can register. Okay, I'm skipping this video because this is exactly the video that Ranveer showed all of you at the start. So let's go ahead. Right. So just to give you a glance at King's. So King's College London is a world-renowned university that delivers exceptional education and world-leading research. We were established in the year 1829. We are the fourth oldest university in the world, the largest European center for graduate medical teaching and biomedical research, and home to one of the oldest nursing schools in the world. In terms of our rankings, we are top 31 in the QS rankings, 21 as per the Guardian, and 19th as per the Times and Sunday Times Good University. We are 6th in the UK. Now, we take a lot of pride in terms of the academics and the students who come from different countries. Across 185 countries are represented in the university. We invest a lot in the future through our cutting edge research, our infrastructure, the laboratories, everything that we provide you as a part of your study at King's. We invest a lot around that. And we are a Russell Group university as well. Now, this is just to give you a sense of our alumni. Of course, you can go and Google and see the more famous alumni who are there, but we have a fantastic range of notable alumni, which includes about 12 Nobel Prize winners, leading figures in science discoveries. If you all have read about King's and Googled a little, you would know that the structure of the DNA was first invented at the King's College London campus. We have a lot of famous literature Nobel laureates as well, head of state, Oscar winners, Grammy winners, Emmy winners, Olympic athletes, you name it, and you would find somebody there, I'm sure, who has passed out from King's. Now, once you graduate from King's, you obviously become a part of the alumni network that we have. So, of course, that is definitely going to help you advance your career. But even now, I would always recommend all of you that whether you want to pursue UG, PG, PhD, the LinkedIn is quite a resourceful place for you to go and search our alumni and start getting connected with them. So start building your networks even before you have landed at the university. So giving you a quick snapshot on where is King's today. So we have about 40,000 plus students. On an average, you would find about 800 plus students only from India, which includes UG, PG, as well as our research students on campus at any given point in time. 16,000 international students come to us, and you have about 185 countries represented on campus, which means looking at the diversity, looking at the global community that you're going to be part of. While it is very comforting to go there and have your own India friends and folks around, but we will highly encourage you to kindly get out of your comfort zone and mix with students from other nationalities. Share about, what have been your learnings in your country, what are the best practices in India. You're literally representing India when you go on these, when you are representing India at such a global university. So this is the reason why students choose King's, because of the kind of global openness that you develop towards the world by being a part of the university as well as in your classrooms. Now, coming to our location, of course, we take a lot of pride in the location that we have. We are based in central London. So literally, you can see all the red blocks that you see on the slide. These are our 5 campuses, which are spread across central London. And the purple ones that you see, these are the iconic historical sites or monuments in London. So even if you close your eyes and think of London, whatever comes to you, you will be able to open your eyes and see that you are at King's and it's all in and around. Okay, so you will be having a kind of mix of campuses. On the course page, if you go and check in the website, you will always have a base campus and you might have another campus where some of your other classes might take place. We are rated first as the best student city in the world. So just have a look on the website for more details. That's our Strand campus, where Arts and Humanities, the Dixon Poon School of Law, Engineering, Social Science, and Public Policy is taught. This is just like walking distance from the Trafalgar Square, from Covent Garden. So very, very centrally located, literally on River Thames. And this building turns into an ice skating rink during winters. So it's very beautiful to see a lot of, shows happen there, musical shows, and you have like people skating over there. So it's a very nice view when you go there during December. That's Bush House, which is the campus for our business school. This used to be the iconic BBC building, but now this is going to be the campus for all of you who want to study eco, finance, management, accounts. That's the business school. Informatics department is also based here. The foundation program is taught here and pre-sessional English. Waterloo campus, this is the home for all of you who want to study nursing, life science and medicine, social science, public policy, and dentistry. Guy's campus, that's the house for all our medical students. So if you're studying dentistry, Guy's, life science, everything, Guy's hospital is right next to Guy's campus. Guy's campus is literally like 2 minutes walking from the Shard, just next to Borough Market. So during lunch break, students go there and have their food. But this is a very beautiful place, and these like go back to history. So the buildings are also quite a piece of architecture. And the St. Thomas Hospital, now this is owned by King's College London. So this is quite a popular hospital. So all of you who are studying medical, psychology, dental, a lot of your clinical research and classes are going to be at this hospital. Denmark Hill is for all psychology, psychiatry, neuroscience students. So that is all our 5 campuses, very centrally located, and each one provides you with exceptional academic excellence. Now that's our Mon library, which is very popular. This is quite an architecture. It's got about 4 floors. It's constructed in the year 1851, and students who've probably never liked going to a library in India love spending time here. And this is 24/7 open. You have a lot of space here, which is like study groups, computer rooms, UGPG zones, well-being rooms, a lot of time you can spend here, and of course, thousands and thousands of books around you. Right, I will just touch upon a little bit of UG applications first, and then of course touch upon the PG applications as well, but it's all quite a snapshot. The best thing to do is to definitely go to the website and go a little bit deeper into each of the course pages. Now, undergraduate applications, all those of you who are planning to apply after your class 12 for UG, please note that at King's, our courses are usually for 3 years, but you can make it 4 years. Some courses may not offer you, but some courses will offer you a 4 years flexibility as well, where you can choose for a study abroad program or a year in industry. Now, these are 2 options for you to choose. And if you choose, it's either going to be at the end of the first year or in the middle of second year, so that you can do that, whether you go on a study abroad program to another partner university or you choose an optional year in industry. You have to come back and finish the final year at King's, and that's where you get your degree. Right, we have over 200 plus courses, so we have kind of grouped them across 5 subjects. All our applications are through UCAS. You have to apply through UCAS, that's the platform. So for any further details around application, around how to start writing your personal statement, you must make UCAS your go-to website and start, kind of researching and kind of navigating through the UCAS website. Now, just to give you an idea that some of our courses are very, very competitive. At King's, we do not guarantee you seats even if you meet our requirements, just because of the volume of applications that we get and also the competitiveness of each course. So that's why we always recommend that don't be very fixated with the course name. Try and go through the content on the course page around the modules, the teaching modules, your curriculum, everything is given to you on the course page. Once you go through that, you probably want to consider other courses, which maybe you haven't thought about, but it's a good recommended thing that you look at other courses as well. For example, business management is a very competitive program at King's, but management with modern language like a Spanish or German, you could consider that as well. Now, some of our courses are very interdisciplinary as well. So try and look at those options. Like you could do mathematics with management. You could do physics with philosophy. All right. So these combination and interdisciplinary courses are also available. Sometimes, we don't have something with the name. Like some students come and say, do you have machine learning course? Do you have investment banking? We don't have a course dedicated because it makes it very focused and niche. But we may be able to provide you something around eco and finance, account and accountability, business management, international management. And inside these, you might find an optional module in machine learning, in investment banking. So try to look at those options and don't be very, very fixated with the name of the course. So the idea is to being a little bit more open and flexible while you're choosing your courses. Now, these are some of the study abroad partners we have. Now, when you're coming to a university like us, just a degree is no longer an expectation. No matter what you study, what level you're studying, PG, UG, you always want to make sure that, your time is very significant and potentially very transformative experience. So this is something where you spend about a semester with one of our partners. Now, this is just few names, okay? Each course will have its separate list of partners, and those are basically universities which are outside of the UK, which gives you an opportunity to go on a program like an exchange program, study there, and of course, come back to King's. Now, just to give you an applications at a glance so that you have an idea of what is the competition that we are talking about, we offer 180 plus courses at King's. Every year, typically we receive applications, which is around 75,000 plus. So you can imagine every student would meet the requirements. And then what is it that really makes you stand out or different? I will touch upon those things as well. 50% of our applications are for our popular courses, which is business, law, and medicine. These are the top three courses. Does that mean other courses are not popular? Not at all, but these are the top three courses. Now, for UG, application is through UCAS. Just check the website on UCAS for the fee that you have to pay. One fee, and you can make 5 choices. The deadlines are very clearly mentioned. Medicine, we open in September. We will close in the month of October, 15th of October. Students who want to pursue medicine for UG, UCAT examination must be taken. And students who want to do law, LNAT is mandatory for you to take. These two are the entrance exams that we take. Rest of our courses do not have any exam or interview. Jan 14th is the deadline. We definitely encourage you to make sure that you have a very smooth process and a transition towards, coming to King's. You must apply within that equal consideration deadline, which is 14th of January for UG students. 3 questions, 350 characters each. We will touch upon that as well. Rest of the things are there on the slide. Okay, just to give you an idea about the entry requirements. All right, so A levels, most of our courses like computer science, AI, they will require A star, A star, A. Other courses might be A star, A. Very few you will find A, B, B. So please target for a higher grade. Only then you'll be able to meet the requirements. Most of our courses are A star or A. For IB students, you must have an aggregate score of 35 to 39 points overall. Usually, computer science and AI requires the highest grades. All other courses are typically within the range of 38 points aggregate or 19 from 3 HLs. Now, each course page will tell you if there is a required HL subject. But yes, for all those of you who want to go for science, engineering, AI, informatics, for all of you, mathematics is something which you should have as an HL subject. CBSE and ISC students, of course, you must target for an 85 to 90%. Again, computer science AI requirements are 93%. State boards, we do not have direct applications for state board. You have to come to us through the International Foundation year. For CBSE and ISC students, English language test is mandatory. But for others also, we highly recommend take IELTS because it's good for you for visa purpose as well. Okay, I think I've completed this, but you can go on the UCAS website and find more information. We have a new format, okay? So 3 sections with prompt questions, 4,000 characters in total, 350 characters per section. Don't waste your characters by listing your qualification grades or subjects. All this will be anyways be able to see in your predicted grades mark sheet. And remember the reference that you need to give. All right, these are just to give you a quick snapshot of what the questions are and what you should typically include, because many students come and ask, where should I put super curricular? Where should I put any projects, any internship, anything that I've done? So this is how you should typically look at it and try to craft it accordingly. So the first question is going to be, why do you want to study this course or subject? You can see what evidence you should show, mostly your passion and interest, your motivation for studying this particular program, why it is a good fit for you. Why are the slides not moving? All right. How have your qualifications and studies helped you prepare for this course or subject? This is here where you should put something very recent and relevant. So what relevant skills you have gained, any academic achievements, always try to draw the skills that you have gained from anything that you have done. Because remember, personal statement is very personal and it is not like a shopping list. You cannot put bullet points, I've done this, I've done that. Why did you do that? How has it helped you and how has it inspired you? This is what typically admissions tutors will try to look at in your application. And finally, what else have you done to prepare outside of education, and why are these experiences useful? Everything around extracurricular, hobbies, work experience, achievements can be put here. You might have done 20 different things. It is not necessary for you to write all the 20. Pick up the top 2 or 3 things that you feel has been the most commendable achievements and something that ties up in terms of the course you want to do. So always try to find that link. All right, now just stepping a little ahead for all our PG students, postgraduate students. Again, there are a range of courses that we offer in postgraduate degree. Like we have, kind of classified it. You can see under STEM, health, politics and social science, law, management and business, arts and humanities. So these are just to give you a quick snapshot, but of course you can check the website and check the course page for further details. Each course has a dedicated 1 page of all details mentioned there, course overview. You will find a faculty giving a presentation or a short snapshot about what this course is going to benefit you from. There's a small video on the course page. You will also have the teaching modules mentioned there, so everybody can exactly see the curriculum. Even an academic calendar is available on the website. And finally, you'll also be able to see the fees. You'll be able to see the careers, some suitable careers, some recent graduates, where are they working right now, and the entry requirements as well. That's for PG, postgraduate students. Please, when you go to the website and you see the entry requirements, you have to put down India as a country, select India, and don't get confused. We have this rankings of highly prestigious universities, which is like Christ, Delhi University, Mumbai University. These are like highly prestigious university. And then you have like prestigious universities and recognized universities. But you will not know because this data is not publicly provided. But even then, just my suggestion would be at King's, if you want to come, most of our courses are within the range of 8 to 8.5 CGPA or 65% to 70%, if you have in your mark sheet in terms of percentage. So just try to aim for that, okay? So that is something which we always look for is the CGPA. And PG students, there is no waive off for application fee. Every course you have an application fee, which is either £85 or £130, and we do not waive that off, unfortunately. And secondly, there are no waive offs for English language exam. All PG students, no matter even if you have studied from an IB school, when you're applying for a PG program, you have to take the IELTS, TOEFL, or PTE. Duolingo is not accepted. All right, so the only most important difference you should remember and note is that undergraduate students, you have 5 choices on UCAS, but only one personal statement. So don't select very vague courses, okay? You will have a tough time to write your personal statement. Find very similar courses, even if you're looking at other universities, so that that one personal statement is good enough to showcase your motivation and inspiration for all the different options that you've chosen. PG students, multiple choices means you can write several personal statements. It's completely up to you. You want to apply for 10 courses, you can, provided you have to pay 10 times the application fee. But you can also curate and kind of, craft your personal statement according to the different courses that you choose from. Now, how to get started and how to prepare, just very quickly, list out your key qualities and skills, redraft and discuss with others. You must ensure that you show your personal statement, either with alumni, either with faculty, anybody with whom you're seeking help. Please get feedback. Don't think that, oh, I have written it and it's the best. No. Unless you get feedback from others, an external eye is very, very important. Sometimes it's also good to take a break. Like suppose you're writing the personal statement for a couple of months, take a break, go do something else and come back after 15, 20 days. That gives you a lot of fresh outlook. And then again, get started. Choose what is most important and what is most relevant, which I've already told you. Find out something that you didn't know about. So research a little bit and try and see if you can find some details about that program where you are able to link something that you have done. So try to find that what's unique, what makes you really stand out. Speak to current students. Now, this is something which I will highly recommend each one of you present today. Please do this. When you go to the course page, on the right-hand side, you will see there's a box which says register your interest. That is exactly the QR code that I showed you at the first. The second option is chat with student. Use that option. It's called UniBuddy, that platform. You can chat with a current student, you can select your department, and you can speak to a student who's exactly doing the same course from India or even from other nationalities. You can select nationality as well. And secondly, on the right hand side, you will also see there's a tab called staff, which means you can speak to a faculty as well. If you have any in-depth questions about modules, now obviously with faculty, don't ask them like silly questions, which is already present on the course page. That you can chat with the student or you can come back to us. But you have specific things to ask about modules, about, switching modules. Is there career opportunities? Anything very deeper about the curriculum, feel free to discuss it with the faculty. Videos, tutorials, please start following us on Instagram and YouTube and keep yourself updated. Very beautiful videos are posted every day. I think it's fascinating. I also spend a lot of time just watching and listening to, what students have to say. Some of these resources you can use, so go ahead, use these. Right now, what to avoid in a personal statement: lying and exaggerating, plagiarism. Of course, we have a lot of softwares where we will be able to detect if you've copy pasted from any AI. We don't discourage you to not use AI or, chat GPT. I mean, we are offering a course on AI, so we don't discourage, but at the same time, don't copy paste things. You draw ideas and start writing it in your own words. Okay, so copy pasting is not allowed. Okay, your application will get rejected. Mentioning university names is not required when you're applying, and just keep a check on spelling, grammar, and punctuation. This is just a quick tip. I think we do a bit of other trainings on personal state, but just to give you a quick idea, peel is a very good technique to use. All of you can use this technique to write your personal statement. It's point, evidence, explain, and link. Point is introduce your main reason for choosing the course. Evidence is give examples that sparked your interest. Explain is what did you learn? How did it influence your decision? And link is what I told you. Try connecting this, what makes you study and align your future ambitions. Right. This is some lines that you can avoid. Usually students start with these lines, but you can avoid these lines. They don't really add any meaning to your personal statement. All right, for UG, unfortunately, there are no scholarships we offer from King's. Okay, you can look for external scholarships maybe in the future, but currently we are not offering any scholarship. For all our PG students, please note there is the Vice Chancellor's Award. We started it just 2 years back. We are giving it out this year as well. All PG students across all domains can apply, but please make sure you look at the Vice Chancellor's Award when it's open. There is a page dedicated. We will usually open it in the month of March. This provides you with a 10,000 GBP waiver from your tuition fees. However, only 30 awards are available, which means 30 Indian students receive this award every year. So just keep this in mind. Now, when can you apply? You can only apply for this scholarship once you've received a conditional offer letter from King's and you've firmed up your offer by paying the security deposit. As soon as you do this, you can go ahead to book your accommodation. You can go ahead and apply for the scholarship. There is a separate interview process for the scholarship. Best thing to do is go on our LinkedIn page, the King's College London, look for this picture. This is the Vice Chancellor, our Vice Chancellor, Professor Kshitij Kapoor, as you can see in the middle with the brown coat. And he is with all the Indian students who got this award. Now, these students are tagged on our LinkedIn page. All right, so you can go and reach out to them and start connecting with them. I'm just going to go ahead. I think we've covered this. This is mostly for PG students. All right. Now you can also book a lot of campus tours online. I think I'm just going to take another 2 minutes and complete this. So campus tours is something which is very good. If you're going to London anytime in the near future, on our website, you can book a slot, but booking is required. You can book a slot. You can check first which campus you're going to be based, and you can go for a campus tour. You can utilize this, and all those of you who cannot go to London, don't be disheartened. You can sit at home and experience our campus and what it looks like by booking a campus tour virtually online as well. That's the uni buddy I was talking about. You all can please go ahead and start talking and chatting with our current students. Okay, now we offer you with 300 plus student societies, activity groups, and 70 plus sports clubs, which typically means any one of you with any passion, any hobby, any interest, you don't have to leave it behind with you. You can pursue it while you are studying at King's. So many clubs and societies are there, very interesting ones. And even if you don't find something, you can bring 2 to 3 friends together and start your own club as well. Even that is a possibility. Right, careers and employability. This is quite a top question that we honestly get, that what is, the ROI, or how do you help us with careers? We do help you with careers. We have dedicated team. The King's Business School has a dedicated careers and employability department. Law has a dedicated department, and all other courses have a department, which means we have dedicated career consultants who are going to work with each one of you. They're going to bring a lot of career fairs on campus throughout the year, employer-led workshops, building on your resume, make you very, very confident to sit for those interviews. But yes, finally, you have to sit for those interviews and get a job. We do not guarantee jobs, but in terms of assistance, support, networks, pathways, you will be literally taught the art of networking when you come to King's, because in the UK, you get jobs through networking. That's why I'm highly encouraging, go and start connecting with people who've studied from King's. We are 7th in the UK for graduate employability. We will provide you with a lot of skills training, part-time jobs, internships, placements, all of these. Once you become a part of our ecosystem, will be advertised. You will be able to sometimes find something within your department, sometimes maybe not, but it's okay to be open and to take what comes your way. Don't be very fixated on particular organizations or a particular salary, then you will struggle. But if you're someone who's very flexible and open and want to grab every opportunity that comes, then I can promise you there'll be no dearth of opportunities when you come to King's. All right, this is just where some of our graduates are now. Now, accommodation, just quickly touching upon, none of our accommodation is inside the campus. All our 5 campuses are dedicated academic buildings. Outside, in and around the campus, you have 14 residences of our own. We also have intercollegiate halls, which means that students from King's as well as from other colleges also live in that place. But you have dedicated PG accommodation and UG as well. So if some students are very much, fascinated, I just want to stay with UG students, even that option is there. Otherwise, mixed also is there. 14 residences are all in and around. The farthest would be around 25 minutes by a bus or a tube. Otherwise, rest are all walking distance. In London, it is very common to walk for 40-45 minutes. So not to worry. But yes, if you want something very close and you have a preference, then the best thing is to apply within the timeline so that you can book accommodation well on time. All the information is there on the website for you to go through. Student support, everything is given to you. Please remember, we have only one intake, September to September, which means if you're going the following year, you need to apply a year ahead. And when you apply on time, you will make it to attend the International Week, which happens in the second week of September. That is when all our support services are going to be there and let you know that other than academics, in terms of visa, disability support, counseling, mental wellness, personal tutor, everything is provided to you. I think that kind of brings me to the end of my presentation. And thank you so much for being a patient listener. And I will hand it back to Ranveer, and then we
Yes,
will take it on ahead.
super. No, thanks very much, Vishmita. I think a lot of value addition points from a highly competitive pool of applicants. I think we'll cover that with some questions, but we have Ranjit Bhutani. He is King's College London alumni, and glad to have you on board, Ranjit, to share your experience briefly about how did you get into King's based on this research that you did, and the master's course that you did after a successful bachelor's in management from University College London, and we talked about careers, we talked about competitiveness, we talked about the value addition and the career support, and how did you find your path into the finance industry, just for a few minutes. And if there's any Q&As targeted towards Ranjit, request you to put that in so that he's got another commitment. Thanks.
No. Thanks, Ranveer, for having me. Happy to be here, and hi everybody else. It's good to see that there's a nice turnout for people interested studying at King's. As an introduction, my name is Ranjit Singh Bhutani. I did my undergrad from UCL, as Ranveer mentioned, from 17 to 20. And then I did my master's in finance from King's from 21 to 22. And I think overall as an experience, there's two important things I'd like to touch upon. One is from a career aspect. When you do go for your undergrad or you do go for your postgrad, your ability to get employed in London is a very important aspect of going to any university. And I think that's normal and that's good. King's is a great name. In London, the job market is competitive, but that name gives you that additional edge when you go for your first round of interviews. And as everybody else mentioned on the call, there's a great infrastructure for guidance, provided you're in the business school, you're in the law school, or you study medicine. They all have their own specialized tutors and specialized advisors to advise you on the best way forward to get a job. I graduated from King's and I had an offer as an off-cycle intern to join a private credit firm. I took that off-cycle internship, and in the meanwhile, I got a full-time offer to work at a company called Kroll, which is a financial advisory firm. I then spent 2 years as a full-time analyst in London, working at Kroll's office in the valuation advisory team. And I've actually moved back to India 12 months ago to take up a slightly senior associate role in the restructuring team in India, because Kroll is building out its practice in India now. So from an employability perspective, there's a lot going on. There's a lot of guidance. Just go in there with a positive mind, and I'm pretty sure you're going to get a nice outcome. The next thing I'd also like to touch upon on a slightly lighter point is the activities. I played football for UCL, and I also played football for King's. So I think joining a society is something that's really important. And when I was at my undergrad and I was at my master's, it's not that I went there with a lot of friends. You sometimes tend to be in a very new scenarios, and you feel a bit left out and sometimes a bit out of position. But joining a society is a great way to meet new people, especially with aligned interests. I played football from a very young age. It is a competitive football team. So if you are trying to get in, make sure you're going there for a real competition. The selection process is quite hard. But even if you do or don't get in, getting into the team, you play some solid football, competitive football. There's various tournaments that we play across the year. There's a league and there's a tournament with other London universities, which is also an interesting experience. I mean, even if you don't get in, there are other societies that you can join. There's friendly football as well. And there's also societies that focus on your academic focuses, like reading, finance, law, all those things. So without taking more time, I just want to, again, thank Ranveer for having me over here. And if there's any questions, feel free to reach out on this forum, or you can also find me on LinkedIn if you want to connect with me at Ranjit Singh Bhutani.
Sure. Thanks, Ranjit. Just perhaps two questions.
Sure.
Which we talked about is professional networking. How did you go about doing it both on and off campus? And how did you navigate the job market? Because I think everyone's looking out ROI, tuition fees are relatively high. The pound exchange rate is not working towards us or beneficial. Obviously, being in a competitive market, how did you navigate networking
Definitely.
and the job market?
Yeah, no, I 100% agree. It is a very competitive market. All fields are equally competitive in a city like London, no matter what you're trying to do. I think what's really important is to get your skin in the game from the beginning. Sometimes people tend to think that your employability aspects only start in second term. That's not true. It's something that you should start thinking about from the moment you step into the campus. To understand where you'd want to be when you graduate, or where you'd want to be in your summer internship year as a second year undergrad. I think getting connected and understanding the offerings that your department has is the step number one. Before going in trying to do it yourself, try to understand what you can leverage upon from your department. They will always have someone you can contact to understand who's the right person to contact for careers. And you should definitely use that as a starting point. in addition to that, I've always said that we're very lucky to live in a world of LinkedIn. I think networking has become much more seamless with LinkedIn as a platform available to you. Whether you want to connect with other King's graduates or alumni who have done similar courses and then have got jobs that you aspire to get, it's a great way to connect with them. On the other hand, if you know which field you want to go into, whether it's finance, which would include advisory, investment banking, private equity, or it would include anything to do with law or medicine, you can find the right people on LinkedIn to connect with. But before getting into that step, what I would recommend is to understand what offering your department gives. Use that as knowledge, and then take your steps ahead of that.
And just briefly, since you have been both an undergrad and a postgrad student, how or what would you recommend how students approach, broadly speaking, undergraduate applications versus postgraduate applications?
Yeah, that's a very good point. In undergrad, I studied management and information technology. I was interested in the tech aspect as much as I was on the business aspect. I had only minors in finance. To be completely honest, in undergrad, at least I was not 100% sure what I wanted to do in my first year, and I understand everybody is going to be in a similar position. I didn't see myself doing core finance work when I entered my undergrad. I went with the idea of working more towards strategy or more towards tech. But that obviously switched because I took my minors in finance in my second and third year. When I was graduating, I graduated at a very odd time. It was just the onset of COVID. My last final exams were actually the first batch of COVID exams. So we all had to actually leave the UK. It was a bit of an odd time, so I wouldn't say that it's going to happen again. Hopefully not. But I think what I would say is that if you go in with your master's, they do expect you to be crystal clear with what you want to do because you're a postgraduate student. It's as simple as that. When you go for an interview and you are a postgraduate student studying a specialized topic like corporate finance or medicine or law, they do expect you to be quite clear cut with what you want from your career. Whereas on the undergrad level, you have the opportunity to do spring weeks. Spring weeks are basically it's a 1 week or 2 week program at corporations to give you an introduction of what they do. So they don't expect you to be 100% sure of whether you want to be an investment banker or a financial advisor. They actually just want you to be someone who's interested in that space. By your second year, when you're doing your summer internships, that's when they want you to be a bit more clear about your career paths. And then obviously when you graduate, you are either offered a full-time role from your internship the last year, or you apply for fresh roles. But as you go up the tier, they expect your clarity to become better. But in the first year, I'm definitely sure you can explore, you can do various spring weeks in different industries. I think that's something that I'd recommend for people to do.
Okay. No, super. I think that's very insightful. A lot of good free advice here, students. So I'm glad we have been able to get Ranjit on board. If you want to stay for a few minutes, Ranjit, and you can, then I know you have another commitment in about 5 minutes or so. So that'll be great.
Yes, thank you, everyone. Thank you very much, everyone. And it was nice to meet you. And good luck with everything. I'm sure you'll enjoy it. It's a great city and it's a great institution. And you learn a lot living in bang center of London, which is a very good experience of having which King's offers. So I wish you all the best. And thanks, Ranveer, again for having me.
Yeah. Thanks, Ranjit.
Thank you.
So we'll just take some quick Q&A. I know we're running a little out of time. Perhaps we'll just go to the Q&A section. Encourage anyone who's not yet put it, please do that immediately. Ayushi Chauhan providing his DET acceptable. I presume that's a diploma in engineering. Is that?
I think that's Duolingo, if I'm not wrong.
DET, is it?
Yeah, that's Duolingo.
Oh, okay.
Duolingo is not acceptable. So Ayushi, you'll have to do either IELTS, TOEFL, or PTE. Anyone is acceptable, but Duolingo is not.
Yeah, if you want, Ayushi, you can come very briefly online or put an encounter question.
Ayushi, are you clear?
Yes, I'm clear. I was just in a doubt that if we can use it or not.
That's
No.
for Duolingo, right?
Mm.
Okay.
Okay.
Hirul De
Yeah.
Costa inquiring about, yes, Indian Bar Council KCL is accredited, but perhaps you can just elaborate that on that. I think there may be an additional module or so which they may have to do in India.
Yeah, exactly. So while we are quite recognized by the Bar Council, but when you come back to India, if there is any sort of license that you require to start practicing, then you will have to follow the country rules. So any country that you go back, it will have its own set of number of years that you would have to complete your education. So it may not be just by doing the 3 years of UG, you will be able to come back and start practicing. So go on the Bar Council website. It clearly says that, how many number of years of practice or how many number of years of degree that is required to come back. But Bar Council recognizes King's College London as quite a credible institution. You will see it has this kind of few universities that it recognizes in the UK. We are one of them. So that should not be a problem. The degree is recognized back in India. But to start practicing, you will require those set of years, which you should kind of go back to the website and check. It's very clearly given there.
Hirul, if you have a quick question, I'll just take it by
Yeah.
on a round robin, whoever's required, so there's no random follow-up. Hirul, if there's anything further to that, you can
Yeah,
unmute.
hi.
Hi.
Thanks for this. It's lovely. We've done the King's campus visit, and we're frequent travelers to London. In fact, my nephew is also studying at King's currently, and
Oh,
my daughter is studying in Mumbai. She's keen to pursue law. And to continue on my law question, can you practice law in the GCC countries with a King's degree?
in the GCC in the Middle East.
Is there, like, as you said, India, you need a 2 year sort of a bridge course. Is there something in the GCC countries I need to do, or is the English law applicable? Would you be aware of that? Because when I check the bar, where
More
I'm
about,
coming
yeah.
from, when I check the Bar Council website, the Bar Council of India website, it has a
Mm.
list of colleges. It does not mention King's. It does have Durham. It has a couple of other Bristol, but it does not have King's. So I'm a little concerned because we're
Not
very,
really.
very
I will check and come back to you because I think what we see is, I mean, we know that it is recognized, but if you want, I can double check and then, of course, send you
Right.
a link to it.
Yeah, that would be nice because
Yes.
Yeah.
as I said, I did go through it and I couldn't see it, and we're very keen to
Okay.
pursue it at King's.
Mhm.
Certainly.
So that would help. And then also a little about the GCC countries, because if India is going to take 2 years bridge or not, this thing, and even what is a plan B at a GCC country
Mhm.
available. And a little bit more on
And
the aptitude test, if you could tell us. Thank you.
That's the LNAT examination. I think the best is to go on the LNAT website because LNAT has a couple of multiple choice questions. So there will be some questions which is around comprehension, reasoning, analytical skills. I think it's good for all LNAT. Firstly, you should go to the course page of law, and if you've gone there, again for LNAT, we don't have a threshold in terms of what marks is a good marks. But of course, we always tell you for a higher marks when you're applying for King's, it's always going to be something which is required. But LNAT examination, there is a website, right? So LNAT has all the information there. You have to take it through that. I mean, if you go there, you'll see there's a lot of practice, mock test, everything is given on the LNAT website. How to prepare. So you can check on that. Multiple questions are there. So you can have a look. I think we generally do not put anything out for LNAT on our course page. We give you the external link for the LNAT page where you will be able to find more information.
I think the test dates would be coming up in October and December, so you need
Yes,
to book.
Yeah,
yes,
you
I'm
have to
aware of
take it.
LNAT, but I thought there was another aptitude in addition to LNAT and
No, no,
IELTS. Okay, so it's
no,
just
no,
the
there is
LNAT. Yes,
nothing. Yeah.
she definitely
LNAT is
agrees
for
the LNAT.
law. Right. Only LNAT is what is required for law.
Okay, because
Yeah.
Cambridge, it requires APs and
That's
things
right.
like that. So we were just wondering if there's anything else in addition to the LNAT and the IELTS for Kings.
No, other than that, you will just have to meet the entry requirements, which is
Correct.
your scores and grades. That's it, the predicted. There is no
Yeah.
other exam required.
Great,
Right.
great. So I'll await your my query on the GCC.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, just to add to that very briefly, you can practice with international law firms in the UAE and the GCC countries, but to practice locally as a barrister or equivalent, you'll have to check the local regulations. But most GCC countries will recognize the Commonwealth law, and especially the UK universities given that most of the graduates have studied from there anyway.
Correct. Thank you so much.
So, yeah, thank you. Saloni Bansal, undergraduate studies, is TMUA required for pursuing economics business? You can perhaps clarify. I don't think it is, right?
No.
Okay.
It's not
Yeah.
required. So I think in terms of that question, you can look at the economics course page.
Mm,
All right, there you will be able to see there's something which we offer, which is eco and management. So that is something which could bring in some business elements to it as well. So have a look at the teaching modules. It's very clearly given to you, and then you make up a decision whether you want to do just a BSc economics or you want to do something with BSc economics with a management specialization. So that is available on the website. It's under the King's Business School. But yes, there is one more option with management, and TMUA is not required. Eco mathematics will be required. It has to be like a higher level, like an HL mathematics, a grade A, which is typically 85% and above, is required. So anybody who wants to study eco, maths is quite a requirement.
sorry, that was Saloni Bansal. If you wish to have a quick 1 minute, Saloni, if you want to come online.
Yes. So I wanted to ask that, is it so if I'm looking for studying economics solely, I do not need to take the TMUA. If I'm also looking at the financial aspect of it, it's not necessary, right?
No, the TMUA is not required for King's College London.
Got it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
I think there's Asit Pratap Singh in terms of years research on microplastic, and even if you have not published, now this depends if you're going for a PhD or you're going for a PG. Now, if you're going for a postgraduate degree, then even if you have not published, that's fine. But if you've done some sort of research or project and you could give that as an example in your personal statement,
Right.
that itself
Right.
should be good. But if it's for a PhD, then of course you will have to find a supervisor and check with the supervisor. Having something published is always good for a PhD program. But for PG, it's not a requirement.
Right. Dipali inquiring interview
Dipali,
for undergrad.
we don't advise on visa at all. We are not authorized to do that, but you can always reach out to advice@kcl.ac.uk for any visa related questions or queries.
Right. Anything, Dipali, to add to that? You can come on online if you unmute. Typically, I should add that most undergraduates with bona fide marks meeting or exceeding entry requirements with financial documents are typically not interviewed. I should just add to that, having done several applications.
Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.
Keshika, do you have graduate entry medicine? For UG, we have a entry UCAT. UCAT is the exam that you have to give. So you have to apply. I hope that's what you mean. But there is a entrance exam for medicine, which is the UCAT exam.
Okay, ma'am. Fine, ma'am. Fine.
Okay, and chemistry and bio are required subjects. So you should have chem and bio, and you should have at least an 85% and above in chemistry and bio to apply for medicine.
Yeah, ma'am. Actually, for my daughter, I'm looking, ma'am.
Oh,
I'm
sorry,
teaching.
ma'am.
Other.
Yeah. So for
Yes.
your daughter, that's the requirement. Which board is she from?
She is from CBSE board, ma'am.
Okay. So she needs
Already,
at least, yeah.
yeah. Already she had completed her master's, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. So she wants to go for a postgraduate, like a specialized program for medicine.
Like that also, she's willing, ma'am. Is there any research course, ma'am, in MSc?
MSCC research is always going to be a part of all our courses because we are Russell Group University. We are heavily invested into keeping research as a part of the curriculum. But if you want to do specialized courses, that you'll be able to see on the website. We have several specialized courses under the Faculty of Life Science and Medicine. If your child has already done medicine here in India, then of course she should look for something specialized for PG, or research is also available, but the website is the best place. First, have a look at the website, see what you want to do, look at the course page. Then if you have more questions, you can always come back to us.
Okay, ma'am. Through which we have to contact you?
You can contact Ranveer, no problem.
Yeah,
And you
no
just,
problem.
yeah,
I
go
can
through
guide
the
you.
website
Yeah.
first.
I'd just like to add that KCL has also introduced a new MSc in healthcare management
Yes.
for
Yeah.
next year, and we'll send you some more details apart from the other programs for which you
Correct.
would be eligible.
Okay,
Correct.
ma'am. Actually, she had completed her first BSc zoology, ma'am. Then she had completed her MSc medical physiology.
Mhm.
She wanted to do research in PhD, or else she is eligible to join any other MSc 1 year course. Is
Yeah.
available
All of
means.
PG is 1 year course, yeah. So she can look at those options.
Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Okay. Do you have physiology courses, ma'am?
We do. You can have a look. Yes, we do.
Yeah. Okay, ma'am. Okay. Thank
We'll
you.
be in
ma'am.
touch with you, Ms. Kashika. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Mayor inquiring Maharashtra state scholarships. Yes, from a visa point of view, we have guided students which have been awarded government scholarships. If you have any specific query, Meher, you can come online. Just unmute yourself. Is this for a master's course, I presume?
Yes, sir. This is for the master's course.
Okay. Okay. Which course are you applying for?
Finance, MSc in finance and investment.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, if the government has awarded you full or partial scholarship, most of them are full, including stipend.
Yeah, like they cover the tuition fees and they
Yeah.
give monthly stipend. Yeah.
That's right.
So that's what I want. But does the King University accept the Maharashtra state scholarships? That's what I wanted to ask.
I think it depends on what is the scholarship for. If you have a tuition fees covered, or if you have any part of anything else. I mean, other than the tuition fees, that is what you will have to inform the admissions team when you get a conditional offer letter. And then obviously that's when they will be able to look at if you meet all the conditions. But my suggestion is just make sure that you apply well on time, because I did have somebody who did receive a state scholarship, but did not take the IELTS, and he thought that maybe IELTS could be waived off, and he kept waiting. And the state scholarship had a requirement of an unconditional offer letter. Only then the scholarship would be released.
Right.
And
Right.
that didn't take place within that time frame that he was waiting. And our admission team, because of the volume of applications, it takes time for them to revert, and it didn't work out. So it's obviously very disheartening when you get something and you're not able to use it. So if you have something, please make sure you apply in advance, and when you get a conditional offer letter, meet the conditions and let them know that you have this scholarship, so that it can be adjusted to your tuition fees.
Okay, ma'am. Got it.
Yeah. We can guide you, Mayor. You're in Mumbai?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
so
in
we'll
Mumbai.
we'll be in touch with you. Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks.
Last few questions. Gopika, LLM. I think we covered CV drafting, but certainly we can guide you, but very briefly, Devishmeet, any pointers?
Not really for us. Honestly,
Yeah.
CV is optional. Okay, so it's
Yeah.
not like a mandatory thing you have to upload.
Yeah.
So I think what you should focus on is the personal statement more. And if there is anybody who has more than 5 years experience, then of course remember that you also have to give a professional reference letter along with a reference letter from your faculty. So focus on those things. Resume, I think if you have a decent one, and if you have seen couple of trainings online also, you can upload it, but it's an optional one.
Yeah, certainly we can also give you some guidance, Gopika, if you have a follow-on question. And especially if you've been working, anything, internships, WorkX, and any research publications will also help. So I'll just, if you don't have any questions, I'll just take that as answer.
I think I can see Rajneesh, your question. I'll just quickly read them.
Please.
Rajneesh, your question about healthcare management, you've applied, and what is this course about? Please go on the course page. On the website, you will see, if you just go on the search and type healthcare management, you'll be able to see the course page, and you'll be able to see all the details. What are the teaching modules? What are the fees? Everything. And you can also, like I said, chat with a student as well. May not be like healthcare management, but could be under that Department of Life Science and Medicine. But you'll have a general idea about the department and what it is to come and study at King's. So this information I will really get you back and take you back to the course page. Read it on the course page. And if you need more assistance, come back to Ranveer or me, and we'll be
Yeah,
able to guide you on that.
absolutely. If you can send us your resume along with whatever you've submitted, we can guide you.
Right. Aniket, you can't do both, okay? Business management,
Yeah.
finance is with the business school. Computer science, AI is with the Department of Informatics, which is natural, mathematical, and engineering sciences. You cannot change like that. You cannot swap because it's all credit-based courses. So if you have to make up your mind before you go. Now, while some of the faculty who has come to India, they've told us, like, if you're genuinely interested, maybe you can attend few classes. They'll be always open if you go and tell them, I'm coming from a different department, but I want to sit for those classes just for your own development. That is quite permissible if you take permission before, but it has no credit value or credit transfer. So don't think it like that. But for your own growth and development, if you have a particular niche, another area you want to discover or explore, I think that is still something which you can do that if you speak to your personal tutor.
Just to add to that, he can make two separate
Yeah,
applications
he can. He
also.
can make two separate application, correct.
Right, Aniket? So that helps.
Gauri, your question about email ID, yes, reference is something which, okay, law does not need a reference, okay? Because of the volume of applications, LLM, no reference is required. That's, please note, it's mentioned on the course page only for law. But all other students, yes, you cannot upload the reference. Students cannot do that. You only can give the email ID of your referee. An email from King's will go to your referee and your referee will have to upload. That is the reason. Please maintain consistent communication with your referee throughout the process till the time the referee confirms I have submitted. So many times we see that cases where students are missing the deadline because the referee has forgotten to upload, or it is in your referee spam or junk and says I've not received the email. So please have close connection throughout the process. Okay, Shobhik, extracurricular activity necessary. Of course, anything that you do outside your classroom makes your application stronger. While it is not a required thing that you should have, but it is always desirable that you have done something else or extra that has given you some motivation. You can always craft it in your personal statement. Okay, so it's always preferable. IELTS mandatory. Yes, it's mandatory. Even if you have a predicted score of 95%, if you come from CBSE, ISE board, it is mandatory. So you have to take IELTS, TOEFL, or PTE. LLB course and then give, I think, yes, you can apply for law. First, you apply. When you take the LNAT within the December deadline, once you get your mark sheet, you upload the document. In between, even if you get a conditional offer letter, it will still tell you submit your LNAT score. So it's okay. Go ahead and apply and upload it later. That's fine. But do everything within that 14th January.
I think Gauri, we just covered the reference.
Yeah. Yeah, reference I have covered. Dual degrees, we don't offer any dual degrees. You can only go for study abroad programs in between with another university, which is outside the UK, but dual degrees are not there at King's.
Okay. I think
What
Rajneesh,
else?
we have covered, have we? No, this is a new one.
Yeah,
Nothing.
we did.
Okay,
We told him to go to the course page and check the details.
fine.
I think some of this we have already covered. Who should be
Ritika,
the referee? Only from school? You should always select a referee, the person who knows you well, understands and knows your strengths, and will be able to write exactly something very, very positive about you. So choose somebody who knows you, at least knows who you are and what have you done. Don't go to somebody with whom you have not even interacted throughout, couple of years or the last, during your school years.
Yeah.
So that is how you should select your referee.
and then Aniket on any entrance for
No.
bachelor's in no. Okay.
For PG students, for a business school, you will be required to come for a selection stage. It's on a platform. There is an interview process for business school, okay? Business, finance, eco, management courses for PG. When you're called, it's basically not like somebody's taking your interview, but you have been given certain unseen passages and you have to record your answers and submit it, okay? It's called the Kira Talent Online Platform. It's given on the website on the course page.
Right.
All right. I think LLM application, it's all there on the website.
Right. It's all.
Have
Yeah.
a look.
Yeah.
you just go to the entry requirements and you'll be able to.
Yeah, we
see them there.
can guide Bhubaneswar. I think that's pretty much it. I know we have taken a little bit more of your time.
It's
So
okay.
I think that a lot of questions, but I think some repetitive
Very
and
good ones,
certainly the
yes,
ones that
yes.
at least from genuine high quality applicants, which we can follow up on. Just very briefly, any closing comments? I think given that application cycle will open up in October,
Yes,
both
I
undergrad
think
and postgrad.
just my closing comments and much high recommendation would be that it's never too late. Okay, you can start anytime. So please start anytime, even if you're in class 10, 11, you are in your first year, second year, there's never like a right time. This time, when you've thought about studying outside India or pursuing higher education, that's the right time. So start your application, go through websites, research a little bit, talk to people, make use of everything that's possible online, and then make a a consent choice about what you want to do. An equal consideration deadline is very, very important. So please don't think that you have all the time, especially medicine, is very less time you have. And for everybody else, please stick to the equal consideration deadline. Only then you'll have a very smooth transition from India to the UK. Otherwise, you'll be always super stressed with each and every day about, why am I not hearing back? My visa is stuck, and all these things will happen. So please make sure, PG students, your deadline is early March, and UG 14th of Jan. This is something which you should keep in mind. All right. And like, I always say that Kings is a dream. It is an aspiration. So if you think big, you will get there. So there is nothing that should stop you from not thinking big in life. So just be focused and, keep the preparations ongoing.
Absolutely. And thanks for your time. I've just put a short poll, which
Yes.
students may want to spend a minute doing that. Are there any courses which tend to typically close earlier?
Just the medicine
Just
courses.
the medicine
Yeah.
ones, right? The rest are
Rest is
typically
all
open
open.
on a
Yes.
rolling admissions
Yes,
basis.
yes. Yeah, that's the other thing. All of you think like, are the applications going to be seen after the deadline? No. So our offer letters come out on a rolling basis. The sooner you apply, the better it is. But does that mean all seats are taken away on first come, first serve? No. So seats are all sent. I mean, we basically release seats on batch by batch. So we will always keep it available till the end. But sooner the better. Then, of course, you have a better acceptance rate as well. So that's why just keep that in mind.
All right. Super. Thanks for your time, everyone. And you can just hold on to finish the poll. But if you wish, Devashmita, you can drop off. And thanks again.
Sure.
Sorry for
Thank you
taking
so
more
much,
time.
Ranveer. It was an amazing time speaking to
Yes.
all of you. And I hope that you have the right guidance to take your careers ahead. Wish you all the very best. You will all do
One
very well.
question I wanted to.
Yes, Mihir
Yeah.
yes, tell me, is
Sorry,
it
go ahead.
Yes,
yes.
ma'am. Actually, there was a concern, as we can see, the protests and are ongoing for the illegal immigration and all. So, will that affect employment after a course is done?
No, see, I mean, honestly, we get this question quite a lot about uncertainty and, all of that. We do see, I saw those protests which were happening, but
Right.
typically as an advisor, I can tell you that uncertainty is everywhere in life, and any country, any place, there is nothing certain about, even if you're in India. But because you are passing out from a good university, a reputed university, you're doing a course which is kind of being recognized. It's a brand to go to King's College London. So I'm sure that in terms of your careers and employability, in the near future, I mean, now things will see a better future, I'm sure, see better days. But right now, maybe there's some uncertainty, and social media will always show you things which is more exaggerated and more flashed out. But on the other hand, we do have students going to King's every year. You have a very good support system there. So there is nothing to worry about safety, security. And jobs, like I said, we have very good dedicated career consultants. Please start reaching out, like how Ranjit was present here today. You can reach out to a lot of alumni and see, and any challenge anywhere, you'll still be able to navigate and craft a career path ahead after your life at King's. I mean, mean, that is what Kings does to you. It is a life-changing experience. You'll be quite smart enough to figure out things and, find another way out, whether in the UK or back in India or any country that you go for. So look at it as more like an exposure to opportunities, grab it, and of course, things will definitely be a bright future. I mean, none of our alumni we see do not have a good future, but start connecting to people, talk to people. I think that will calm you much more in terms of the anxiety that you have. But
Yeah,
nothing
and
to worry so much. We are all like, there to support and help you through with this process.
right.
Sure,
Actually,
sure, man. Thank you so much.
yeah, thank you. And London being one of the most international cosmopolitan cities is also a great place to be.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much, Devasmita. I'll
All
just
right.
pause
I'll
the
take a leave
recording for
with
now.
Adil. Oh,